Bună ziua și bine ați venit la o nouă ediție a ZF Tech Day, emisiune realizată de ziarul financiar în parteneriat cu Orange Business Services. Vom discuta astăzi despre cum o soluție MedTech poate fi utilizată de departamentele de HR și vom face acest lucru alături de invitații noștri. Este vorba de Doina Filip, care este Head of Reward în cadrul Orange România. Bună ziua și bine ați venit în cadrul emisiunii.
Bună ziua, bine v-am găsit.
Și de asemenea și alături de Philip Choban, care este CEO al Telios Care. Hello Philip, and thank you very much for joining us again at one of Ziarul Financiar's shows.
Good morning, and I thank you also for the invite.
Thank you so much. So we are going to have a show which is going to be mixed between Romanian and English, so I'm going to switch back to Romanian for now. Și voi vorbi acum, o voi adresa Doinei Filip. În primul rând aș vrea să lămurim acest lucru, să clarificăm din start ce presupune poziția aceasta de Head of Reward în cadrul Orange România. Ce presupune lucrul acesta?
Îmi place tare mult întrebarea aceasta pentru că place mult să vorbesc despre ceea ce fac. Aici se regăsește designul tuturor politicilor care țin de remunerație, de comisionare, care ține de structura beneficiilor și de asemenea vorbim despre ecosistemul de well-being. Ne place nouă să vorbim la Orange România despre Total Reward, de fapt, pentru că aici conectăm toate lucrurile aducătoare de bine într-un singur loc.
Mulțumesc foarte mult pentru că am clarificat lucrul acesta, vreau să fie totul clar de la început. So at this point I'm going to turn to Philip and also I'm going to ask him to share with us when was Telios Care founded and what does it do? I know it's a well-established brand for Ziarul Financiar audience, but still I think a small refresh would be welcomed.
Okay, let me cover three aspects briefly: the when, the why, and the what. Okay, the when happened in 2016 originally, when the concept was on my mind, and the why came from an experience that I had after marrying a girl from Cluj in 1998 and moving back to the States. In 2004, when she was 44, she was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's disease. So by 2006, she didn't know who I was anymore, or she lost her English abilities and most of her skills. So we decided to pick up and move back to Cluj, which was a great idea because she knew her family, she knew her old friends, she knew everything. It was easy for her. It was difficult for me, having been placed in a caregiver situation for 11 years. So I basically retired, and I took care of her for that time. Now, the big surprise to me was moving back here was that access to medical care was done on a physical level, that I more or less had to pick her up, take her to a clinic, get all the prescriptions done, do things of that sort. Where in the States, I could get those things done via telephone, let's say. So I was very much blessed to have my best friend here, who's a doctor. He took care of a lot of this for me. So after Carmen's death, I had a choice to make: go back to the States or stay here. I decided to stay here because of my blood and my roots. And I enjoyed it here a lot, everything. And I wondered what the normal people do. What do people do that don't have friends or parents or relatives that are in the medical field? So that's when I decided that's when myself and my team actually decided to duplicate what I was an original investor in the States, and we'll bring it here. So what we started out with in 2017, 2018, after doing all of our own software, what we started out with was strictly a telemedicine platform. And back then it was only a pediatrician and a general medicine person. Since then, we have morphed into a total platform, including those two, which I just named, 23 other specialties, and we have morphed into more of a wellness platform also. So we not only take care of medical needs and actual prescriptions, we also take care of mental health needs and nutrition needs, which, by the way, now after the COVID crisis, are our two main drivers now.
Philip, thank you very much for opening up, telling us the whole story, and also sharing your personal experience and sharing this. And thank you very much for opening up and going beyond the usual discussion. And I think it makes us understand better that this project has a meaning beyond the business part. So thank you very much for sharing this.
Thank you for asking.
Moving on and going back to the Romanian, o adresez din nou o întrebare Doinei. Cum a intrat Telios Care pe radarul Orange și al departamentului de HR al Orange?
Uite, vezi, și întrebarea asta îmi place foarte tare. Pentru că voi vorbi despre spiritul Orange în ceea ce înseamnă transversalitatea. Departamentul de resurse umane joacă un rol foarte important ca partener de business. Noi avem un departament de inovații care susține astfel de acțiuni antreprenoriale și încearcă să aducă tehnologia cât mai aproape de oameni, să le facă viața cât mai ușoară. Și colaborăm foarte mult. Suntem foarte curioși să știm ce se mai întâmplă, ce am putea să folosim și noi intern și, de ce nu, să ajutăm partenerii, antreprenorii să dezvolte ideile pe care le au, programele pe care le au, oferind feedback. Deci, dincolo de tehnologie, de suportul tehnologic, în cazul Telios vorbim de faptul că am pus tehnologia 5G peste Telios, deci am făcut un lucru extraordinar. L-am și testat și am încercat să găsim o oportunitate în a pune încă ceva bun în acel ecosistem de beneficii despre care vorbeam mai devreme.
Orange se uită constant în jur spre mai multe zone și nu doar către zona de business principală, de a oferi servicii de comunicații și de IT. And now I want to switch back to Philip and I want to ask him to share with us when did the relationship, his view on how did the relationship partnership between Orange and Telios Care started and how did it evolve since then?
Our relationship with Orange actually began as early as 2016 when Cristian Patachia from Orange Labs, Fab Labs, was in Cluj for an event. I had been active since as early as 2010 here. I had been active in the startup community as a mentor, advisor, investor also. Cristian was in Cluj for an event. I introduced myself, and having known that Orange had a telemedicine platform as early as actually 2008, I began to discuss this with him, and it was an interesting idea, and I promised him back then. I said, I'm going to get this off the ground. We will get this up and running. So in 2020, after the pandemic, we saw each other more. And in 2021, I guess we had enough traction at that point in time for Orange Fab Lab to ask us to actually become involved with them. And it's been a great partnership with them, having done the Fab Lab with them, having participated in Viva Tech in France with Orange, and also winning the Orange Fab Lab. What do you call it? Business of the year for last year and everything. So the relationship between us has been quite solid throughout these years. And then when Doina asked us to actually do a pilot, it was a step in the right direction, which I had been thinking about for actually years too.
So it's great that your idea came through. And now I'm going back to Doina. Și în primul rând, înainte de a te întreba detalii despre colaborarea cu Telios, aș vrea un pic să avem the bigger picture și de asta aș vrea să te întreb în general care sunt beneficiile pe care le preferă angajații Orange în România.
Avem foarte multe și sunt folosite ca și volumetrii diferit în funcție de context. Factorii externi aduc o amprentă, își lasă amprenta asupra modului în care beneficiile sunt folosite. Ce pot să spun că în această perioadă sunt foarte accesate programele care țin de nutriție, de echilibru emoțional, de legăturile sociale, de legătura cu familia și, foarte important, educația financiară. Și nu e întâmplător, pentru că știm ce se întâmplă în jurul nostru, efectul inflaționist, criza prețului la energie și așa mai departe. Deci suntem într-o dinamică ce ține de ceea ce îi interesează pe colegi la un moment dat.
Acum că ai zugrăvit un pic tabloul general, aș vrea să intrăm un pic în detalii și să ne spui de când ați oferit acces angajaților la platforma Telios Care sau, eu știu, și toate detaliile care pot fi făcute publice, care a fost reacția, nu știu dacă doar un anumit segment de angajați a avut acces, cum s-au desfășurat lucrurile.
Am început să discutăm prima dată cu colegii din departamentul de Innovation, care au venit la mine cu această propunere și mie mi s-a părut wow. Pe urmă am întâlnit echipa de la Telios și ne-au zis am făcut multe, dar vrem să facem și mai multe și cred că avem nevoie și de puțin ajutor, la fel cum credem că soluția noastră poate fi benefică pentru voi ca și organizație. Și mi-a plăcut această abordare din două perspective. Nevoia de a ne dezvolta și mai mult, luând feedback, și ideea că poate fi ceva foarte bun și nou și pentru noi. Și atunci am zis, ok, haideți să începem cu un pilot, să testăm. Suntem în a 6-a lună de testare. Am deschis platforma pentru toți colegii din Orange România. Înscrierile au fost voluntare. Din experiența mea de aproape 30 de ani de activitate în domeniul resurselor umane, pot spune că am avut o aderență foarte mare.
Mulțumesc pentru informații. And now I want to switch back to Philip and ask him to share with us his side of the story. How did things go with Orange, and what do you say about the feedback you got from Orange employees?
Hard to follow up all that, for one thing. Okay, difficult. Look, when again, getting together with Orange and providing Orange with this was kind of, I can't put it much more than a dream of mine. Okay, because in the States, some of our partners from the telemedicine companies that I was involved with in the States were actually telecoms also. So we knew that telecom was a good customer base and a catapult base. Okay, so when Orange asked us to do the pilot, Doina was very open about it, which is very important. As many know, and probably many don't know, most of the HR directors in companies are women with kids, everything. And throughout the world, 95% of the healthcare decisions are made by each woman at home. Us guys, we don't care. Okay, heart attack, it'll go away. All right, okay, which obviously it doesn't at times. Everything. So the getting with Orange was actually a great move on everybody's part. We were extremely grateful about it, but the feedback was even more than we expected. The feedback that we received, I hate to put it like this, okay? My ego was blown out of proportion because the feedback wasn't just at the rooftop, it was up in the clouds. For us, never have we experienced the feedback that we received from the employees there, which actually showed us that what the services that we provide, people appreciate, for one thing, people trust, number two, and people feel a need for.
Thank you for that, and I'd like to stay with you, Philip, for one more question. As you saw, I asked Doina to paint the whole picture for what is Orange doing with this rewards strategy. So I'd like to also ask you to paint us the whole picture, let's say, for the Romanian market. And I'm wondering how open are big companies and companies in Romania in general to providing services like the one you built with Telios Care?
Another question that has actually much more than two sides. Okay. We've always found, and again, our experience goes not only here within the country, but comes from the States too. So we knew the market there, so it wasn't rocket science to take a product and bring it and adapt it to a market here. The big differentials here were, and things are actually beginning to change, because people thought in the past that the state would take care of them. They didn't have to take care of their health. Now people are learning much differently that it's important to take care of your health. So the picture that we can paint now is with partners like Orange. Okay, we not only have an opportunity to reach the people that work directly within a company, but we have the opportunity to reach actually beyond that. And we have also found that through our experience that going through channels has always worked much better for us than trying to go directly, because still here after 30 years, okay, the predominant thought pattern of a lot of employers still is the state will take care of my people. I don't have to actually worry about this or do much beyond this. And now we can show the actual benefits of improvements in lost time, improvements of how people perform, improvements of even generally how environmentally conscious we are too, which is a large aspect of employers right now. People don't have to get into a car, sit on a bus, pollute the world, mess time, screw up time, do those things. And now with the extra additions of we're even able to send a nurse to your home and have an actual exam done at home now, issue a prescription, and hopefully in time even deliver it to your home now. So this is painting a big picture. And in Cluj right now is our first physical clinic, which is encompassing the fact that we are the first hybrid healthcare platform in Eastern Europe now. So, and with Orange, we hope that this is actually going to have a chance to expand. So, am făcut tablou acum.
Doina, revin la tine și pentru finalul discuției ar vrea să te întreb, în general, ce obiective, ce planuri are Orange în zona de beneficii pentru angajați?
Strategia noastră pe anul acesta și pentru anul următor este să conectăm mai bine realitatea, toate aceste schimbări determinate de factori externi și pe care noi nu avem cum să le schimbăm. Să ne conectăm mai bine la cum au influențat viața colegilor noștri și cum a schimbat nevoia lor în raport cu ceea ce avem în momentul de față în ecosistemul de beneficii. Și cum facem asta cel mai bine? Facem creând împreună. Prin urmare, vom începe derularea unui proiect care se numește Creat pentru tine împreună cu tine. Deci vor fi invitați să exprime nevoile lor actuale și să customizăm pachetele pe care le avem exact pe dorința lor, exact pe ceea ce au nevoie.
O ultimă întrebare și pentru Philip. Can you share with us which are your main targets for this year for Telios Care?
Actually continue with our channel sales, which means channels via insurers, utilizing Orange, utilizing our other channels that we've done throughout the years. Number two on our mind is actually the clinic that is opening early springtime. Okay, that was an undertaking that was beyond my what I could swallow. Let's put it like that. Okay. But it's good. But the main things that we're going to concentrate on besides what I just said is we're going to concentrate on the home visits, which have begun here in Cluj now. Okay. And also chronic care. Chronic care is a huge black hole here within the country, and employers especially have a lot of people with diabetes and a lot of diseases here that take off time from work and cause people to have to make more visits to a clinic. We're hoping to have that done at home now by providing a lot of remote patient care with devices, and that is actually one of the projects that we are working on with Orange at this point in time too.
Thank you very much for sharing. Doina, îți mulțumesc foarte mult. Vă mulțumesc amândurora pentru o discuție foarte interesantă despre ce poate face un startup medtech împreună cu un departament de HR dintr-o companie care, așa cum am înțeles pe durata discuției, nu merge pe ideea că este doar responsabilitatea statului să aibă grijă de angajații săi. Deci, mulțumesc din nou foarte mult pentru discuția de astăzi.
Și noi mulțumim foarte mult.
Vă mulțumesc foarte mult pentru că ne-ați urmărit astăzi. Aceasta a fost ediția ZF Tech Day din această săptămână. Vă așteptăm și la edițiile următoare ale emisiunii pe care o realizăm, așa cum spuneam un pic mai devreme, alături de Orange Business Services. La revedere!